Thousands of mysterious photographs are captured every year. The majority of these get solved by online users, but some of them go unanswered. One online user just posted this image to social media, asking users what they make of it, and whether they can identify it. The photograph was sent to an online group that focuses on mysterious objects, and also strange weather phenomena that gets captured around our planet, and they asked what this thing is that could be seen hovering above our moon. The user detailed that they had just purchased a telescope, and decided to get it out and look at the moon. Once they set it up, they said they started running a program that helps photograph nearby celestial bodies, but said that they don't have the hang of it yet, and so decided to photograph the moon through their iPhone XS. The man said the following: "I often skywatch, and decided that with the weather being nice I would get out the telescope. I own a Celestron, which is a pretty good telescope, especially if you just want to see the planets in our solar system. I have some great photographs of Jupiter, Saturn and the moon. However, tonight I noticed that in some of the photographs there appeared to be a large looking structure close to the moon, something that I've never seen before while stargazing. It definitely wasn't something like a satellite, a planet or a meteor. All of these things move pretty quickly, especially things like planets when you line them up with the scope. Within a few seconds they've moved out of frame. If I had to guess, I would say that whatever this thing was stayed close to the moon for around 90 seconds. The majority of the photographs I took turned out blurry, but some of them were clearer than others. I'm not looking to start anything, I'm just wondering if anyone else saw this, or has seen something similar. Again, this couldn't have been something like a satellite or a planet, as all these things would have moved out of frame within seconds. The photograph got the interest of online users, who started to give their opinions on what the man captured, with some saying that it could have been a smudge on the lens, or perhaps a drone, while others went down the route of saying that he captured an unidentified flying object, saying that every year people manage to capture mysterious looking crafts close to the moon. Other users said that they've seen strange things close to the moon, but didn't think much of it, writing it off as something natural. One thing that UFO researchers have said is that there's no shortage of these types of photographs, saying that every year regular people manage to capture strange things next to our moon. And what's interesting is that the majority of these people don't have an interest in this topic. They just manage to accidentally capture an interesting photo, and just want answers for what it shows. Unfortunately, as with most of these photographs and encounters, not much information can be gathered. But with each new photograph it does create an interesting discussion around the topic of UFOs, causing more people to go out there and do their own research. Although these stories are interesting, and leave us wondering what the individual encountered, one complaint by non-believers is that we don't have any physical proof of UFOs. This is not strictly true. Going back, Tom DeLonge and his To the Stars Academy came forward and said that they have in their possession exotic materials that were from a downed UFO. Tom is a main contributor of To the Stars Academy, which aims to explore the outer edges of aerospace science. Tom works alongside the To the Stars Academy founder Jim Semivan, who is a retired Central Intelligence Officer. Semivan's credibility as an aerospace researcher, and being close to this Central Intelligence Agency, gives the institution headway as a leading investigative force in space exploration. The Academy has recovered a mysterious piece of metamaterial that is believed to have come from an unidentified flying object. The piece of alloy metal shows signs of advanced engineering that has never been seen before on Earth, or at least hasn't been known by the public eye. The team compared the material to other metal materials already discovered, and some of these were on secretive military bases, and could not find a match or any evidence that the particular material is in the possession of American intelligence. To the Stars Academy, Steve Justice is working on verifying the authenticity of the material, which has proven to be a grueling process. However, Justice is confident that the materials could not have been faked, because the manufacturing that would be necessary to create such a metal is far too advanced for earthly engineers. Tom is very excited about this discovery. He's been a long-time space enthusiast who wanted to research UFOs and extraterrestrial life as a side gig to his career as a musician. As of right now, researchers who study UFOs have said that in the past 12 months, a lot of new information has come out about unidentified flying objects, and that more updates will be coming soon. Every year, thousands of new UFO sightings and reports are filed, helping to get a step closer to understanding what these crafts are and how they're able to achieve what they do. With the recent interest by officials, some have said that it might not be long before we're told some of the biggest secrets of our universe. When it comes to whether to believe in the existence of other life forms within the universe, most of us have an opinion one way or the other. Whether you're a believer or not, some cases have been reported which are so strange that even the most skeptical among us are left wanting answers. The ocean is one of the most mysterious places. Various parts of it remain unexplored. The US Navy has recently come forward and announced that their equipment has picked up something mysterious moving at fast speeds under the ocean. The sonar data confirmed that the objects in question didn't match typical recordings they'd usually see, and happened around the same time as other strange reports. For years though, officials denied that these encounters were anything of interest. Now though, documents, testimonies and eyewitness reports have proven that these people were onto something, as various other pilots and Navy officials have said that there's mysterious crafts in our ocean. US submarines have detected mysterious underwater crafts, saying that they're travelling at hundreds of knots beneath the ocean, with Tom Rogan being one of the people who shared this story, saying that the United States Navy has data showing that submarines have detected a number of mysterious high-speed crafts, with them buzzing naval ships and then disappearing at fast speeds. Mr. Rogan said the following about the reports. I think what we may be looking at is a true unknown, which is to say intelligently controlled machinery that is not understood to be in the possession of the United States, China or Russia, which are the three most advanced countries in terms of military aviation. Researching this, there isn't anything that we have, top secret information about what China or Russia have, or what we have at any of our top secret installations that can do what these things do in terms of performance. In the coming months and years, an area we will learn more about is the interaction between US Navy submarines, nuclear ballistic submarines and attack submarines, picking up sonar contact of things moving at hundreds of knots under the ocean. So there's a sort of undersea dimension to this that the Navy has sort of pushed aside. This is in the wake as pilots talk more about their experiences. One of the things we're going to find is that over a period of decades, a lot of the data, a lot of the measurements of these things has been put off as a technical aberration, or essentially a data malfunction, because they didn't want to really admit that something very serious and special was going on. End quote. Researchers have said that the US Navy is well aware of what these objects are, and that at the moment they aren't releasing too much information about these things, with some amateur researchers saying that in the past Navy officials have detailed what they're picking up on, and have said that these mysterious crafts have been seen entering and exiting the ocean, have a form of propulsion that's unlike anything we have, are able to go under the ocean without making a splash, and can easily outmaneuver things like jets. Astronomer Mark D'Antonio was taken for a ride on an attack submarine, and during this the sub encountered an unknown fast-moving object on sonar. He said the following: "As a thank you for doing some work for them, the Navy asked me if I wanted to go for a ride in a submarine, so I said yes. Once we got under, I was sitting in the sonar station and the sonar operator was sitting right next to me. Submarines are loud. People think they're very quiet, and it's true they are on the outside, because the sound doesn't get out, but inside you hear fans and various other noises. It's a constant din on a sub. I was sitting there zoning out a little because I was seasick, and all of a sudden the sonar kid shouts fast mover, and I'm jolted awake, thinking what's happening, is it a torpedo? The executive officer comes in and the operator shows him the path of the object, and the officer says, how fast is that going? And the kid said several hundred knots. I start to lean forward to listen in, and the officer said, can you confirm it? So we went to another sonar machine and confirmed it wasn't a machine anomaly. It was real. I thought, wow, that's incredible. When the sonar guy said, what should I do with this? The officer said, log it and dog it. In other words, log it and bury it. 4 years later, Mark asked a senior naval figure about what he saw, saying the following: can you tell me about the fast mover program? He looked at me and said, sorry Mark, I can't talk about that program. So he basically confirmed to me that the program exists. There's definitely no shortage of these mysterious crafts, and recent comments by US officials have only caused people to demand answers for what these objects are. John Ratcliffe recently said the following: we are talking about objects that frankly engage in actions that are difficult to explain, movements that are hard to replicate, that we don't have the technology for, or travelling at speeds that exceed the sound barrier without making a sonic boom. End quote. As of right now, people are still waiting on an official answer of what it was that the Navy encountered, along with other reports that come in from everyday people, including fishermen that spend large amounts of time on the ocean. Many of these eyewitnesses are just everyday people who've encountered something that they couldn't explain. What these objects are, and how they're able to achieve what they do, is still a mystery. So what do you make of these interesting stories? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.